on Chick Smooth. My man Chick Smooth is in here. Chicks, I want to be on Chick Smooth shit tomorrow.
Oh, you think you can't? What, bruh? What's up? What you trying to say? What you trying to say, bruh? Just 'cause you from New York, you saying just 'cause you from New York? Like, bruh, come on, man. We all getting money. We all having, you know what I mean? Everybody done did they shit, and that is, and for one, we can't ever get too mixed up in a conversation that's based on opinions. It's all based on opinions. You know what I mean? So, and then for a motherfucker to say, oh, nah, you can't see him, you ain't on his level. Why, nigga? 'Cause you say so? Fuck is you? What have you done? What made you the motherfucking judge and the jury? The end all be all. I ain't gonna never let nobody tell me who the fuck I am and ain't fit to go against. Got me fucked up, partner. Nigga, I like me against anybody, everybody, all the time. I don't give a fuck who you are. So, when I see JD tell Puff, shit, bro, I won't smoke. I think, but I also understand Puff's perspective. Because I know what it's like to have my man. Puff called out Dre. Puff on Dre. I understand that. I call that 50. I want 50. So I understand how, you know, Puff might be like, yeah, man, I got something I'm doing right here. You know what I mean? You know, I got something I'm doing right here. I ain't really trying to get into that with you. This ain't for us. I got something going on already. I get that. I get that. But to say, but you can't even compete, you can't even, bruh. It's 12 months in a year. If you had it 6 months, he had it 6 months too. For many years. Answer the phone right now. She gonna get mad in a minute. Look, bruh, motherfucker was doing their thing too now. Motherfucker was doing their thing, bruh. Everybody been doing their thing, my nigga. You know what I mean? And it's gonna mean more to certain people who relate to what they hear because they came from a different place. You can't represent everybody. You don't represent everybody. No, none of us do. We represent the people we represent. We have our mark. Do our thing. But shit, bro. We all having it. We all having our way, man. Ain't nobody, man. Ain't no sleeping on that level. It just ain't. Ain't no sleeping on Atlanta. Ain't no nigga feeling like, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm too big for these niggas down there. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Give a fuck about none of that. Care about none of that. Love you, Puff. I love you, Jay. I love you, 50. I love all of you. Shit, nigga, I love me more. Shit. Ain't none of that, man. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that, bruh. And that's with all due respect. So, if we gonna speak on it, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. And that's all I got to say about that. I hope I can get this joint fired up. But I think we should focus on the things that bring us together more than we focus on the things that separate us and that, you know, kind of bring us apart. I think we all love music. We all done went through real shit in life and learned lessons. We've all taught each other, helped each other, supported each other. We all, you know, found different reasons to respect each other. So, man, let's just keep it. Let's keep the shit valid, man. You know what I mean? Keep the shit valid. And that's whether we ever choose to or not to do anything with each other ever again. But let's keep the shit valid, bro. Ain't none of that looking the other way, man. Pretending like Atlanta ain't goddamn dominate. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Shit over with, man. Goddamn, years ago, man, my big homie, man, Andre 3000 said the South had something to say, and goddamn it, we saying it, been saying it, and then said it. Ain't none of that. It just ain't. If we being honest and true about it, it just ain't, bruh. Ain't none of that. Oh, we from up here, so y'all niggas ain't come on, man, y'all niggas down here. And I ain't saying everybody's, whenever I speak truth, man, everybody say, oh, nigga, you saying you hate New York, nigga, you got, no, bro, I don't hate New York. I love New York, nigga. I'm just as much, or not just as much, but it's the second place that I can say I'm from. I've spent just as much time there as I have, nigga, anywhere else besides Atlanta. And that means I have an honest observation. And shit, bro. It just ain't none of that. It just ain't none of that. Ain't no more looking the other way, pretending Atlanta ain't standing on top of shit. It just ain't. It just ain't. And we standing on top of shit now, but nigga, when JD had the shit, nigga, it was just him, for real. He was the only nigga down here really getting it. Even before LA came here, nigga, he was getting it. So, I heard a JD record way before I heard a Puffy record. I'm going to tell you that. Not trying to say JD's better, but to say that they aren't even fit or equal, equivalent match, it's preposterous. That's preposterous. I feel the same way about me and 50. I mean, 50 got big fucking records. Huge fucking records. Big personality. Nigga from New York. Represents his borough well. Represents the city well. Never quite won that King of New York thing, but, that's another conversation for another time. And he sustained over longevitous period of time. But to say that there is a more glorious, illustrious, consistent catalog, to me, is to talk yourself in a circle just because you either intimidated by, impressed by, or just dumbed down by the fact that he is 50 Cent and he is from New York and you from New York too. I mean, I don't get it. But I'm just walking and talking, man. Shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Putting myself to sleep, really. Walking and talking, putting myself to sleep, man. If a motherfucker don't want to hear truth, man, nigga, it's a goddamn X up there. You can hit that motherfucker. You don't like what I'm saying? Yeah. Shut your ears off. When I start lying, stop me. But I think all this shit is great for the culture. I say this all the time, man. We can't progress or evolve by having comfortable, convenient conversations. Got to push the envelope. Got to press it. Got to press it to the limit, man. And everybody who keeps saying I should do a versus, I would love to do a versus. I was supposed to do one. The only other one that kind of made sense to me was the one with me and Young, me and Jeezy. And we thought that was it. But I talked to Swiss and Tim, and we were just talking about it. And I said, hey, bro, nigga, what folk really want to see? Nigga, what a real nigga, what be the biggest thing for the culture is Guwap and Young. That should have, that's a no-brainer. But I said, but that should have never happened. And then, Swiss said, yeah, that should have never happened. And everybody was like, nah, man, that should never happen. And somewhere along the way, we came to the understanding, we came to the acknowledgement that this shit could actually happen. So I said, hey, bro, if you can make that happen, nigga, that's way more valuable. That's way more beneficial to the culture and everybody else than me and Jeezy doing some shit. That's y'all do that. Y'all do that. That's more important. So I ain't got no problem that we didn't do that. What I wanted 50. Cause that's who I asked for. So then after that, it's like, not taking anything away from anybody who ever says that they would do it or they want to do it with, like, I ain't like trying to, this ain't nothing personal. I just want to see, I just kind of want to see what I want to see. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that's probably what Puff feel. Probably how Puff feel. Puff probably feel like, man, he just want to see what he want to see. So I get that. But I think that's what we should say. Man, listen, bro. This ain't for us. I got my sights set on somebody. Don't make it be bad. This ain't as good as that, and this, that, and that, man. Although you supposed to like you more than you like anybody else, I agree with that. But it just remind me too much of how I feel like 50 playing. That's all. And the thing they got in common is they both from New York. So I'm just kind of, maybe I'm thinking too much again. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I said it. And I'm going to stand by it. Indeed. But I believe whatever happens, man, the Verzuz shit has been so good for the culture. The Verzuz shit has been so good for hip-hop. That shit fly. That shit fly. I think Tim and Swiss, they really did something that's, it's really unspeakable. They created a whole nother revenue stream, you know what I mean? They gave a new value to catalog, gave a new value to, masters that were by, a lot of which were like dormant. Or at least, because it was a whole couple of generations that hadn't even been introduced to the work of the person or people that was, that was being introduced to them. Like, think about Teddy Riley and Babyface. You know what I mean? Just think about that. I think that speaks volumes. Monica and Brandy. You know what I mean? Speak volumes. And then it's kind of like mended relationships and shit where there have been visible beefs and visible strife. Where people thought they'll never come together. They'll never do that. And Verzuz made it happen. That shit is commendable. You know what I mean? Like, that shit solid. That shit solid. So, whenever I do it, I just want it to mean as much to the journey of Verzuz and the journey of my career and the journey of whomever I do it with, I want it to mean as much as those things. I don't want it to just be just another something that people just kind of look at because it's on. I ain't into that. I ain't got to leave my magnificent estate, man, if it ain't to be great. I can stay here. If it ain't to do some of the best shit I've ever done in my life, why the fuck am I getting out of bed? Why would I take my robe and my house shoes off? I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. So we could talk about something that, you know what I'm saying, that could be great. That could be illustrious. I'm down. I'm down to do that. If you just want to do something, come on here. Yeah. Like she ain't got no clothes on. Come on here. Come on here.
No, what you doing, baby? You don't laugh.
Finna get off.
I thought you was in the shower.
Finna get off. You know, Xavier, you know what the fuck going on.
You better come on to bed.
Coming to bed. Coming to punish.
I'm waiting.
You ain't wait. You goddamn. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got distracted. Let's get back to what I was talking about. Okay. So, if it's not to be great, if it isn't going to be monumental, if it ain't going to be the best or have potential to be the best that we've ever seen, why the fuck, like, I ain't for that. Y'all got plenty of motherfuckers to choose from to do that. That ain't for me. So don't come to me with it. That ain't for me. So, love and respect.